in a Discord call full of shenanigans and stupid conversation.
Glizzy, an orange.
And of course, Grow School Lunches. Zeri High Life, that's me. And this is my podcast where me and my friends rewatch my favorite childhood show of all time. Welcome back to the second episode of Guides Being Dudes. It is just me on this episode. I did not have a guest this week. And honestly, that's okay. I think majority of the episodes might just be me. And then I'll start having guests on here and there. We'll probably have more guests than others. And you feel me, that it'll just be, hopefully you're looking forward to an episode regardless if there's a guest or not. If I'm on here and you're like, yeah, I can't wait for a new episode of Guys Being Dudes, then I'm happy. But if it's one of them episodes, like, oh, and he got so-and-so, oh, this is about to be a banger. Like, that's what I want for this podcast. We will be getting into the second episode, which is bathrooms and project partners. I just watched it, but my notes are from like 2 weeks ago. My work schedule's been kind of stressful. We've been adjusting because like the last time I had an episode drop with me and Deontay, it was 2 days before the wedding. So a lot has happened since then. So yeah. It's about 1:36 in the morning. I'm high as hell. I just watched this episode. And honestly, this is a really good episode. Because, we talk about some real shit in this episode. Okay? I have a story that I can relate to from this episode. And if I would have saw this episode early on in my schooling career, I would have been saved. We open up with a shot of Coconut Head running down the stairs, getting nervous. You know, they play that little, like, you know, that little anti-music. Coconut Head has to piss, and Ned opens us up with some monologue type beat. And this is what to pee or not to pee is the question, because in middle school, you never know what's on the other side of that door. And he is spitting. He's spitting real fucking facts right here. In high school, I once walked in on a nigga buying drugs, bro. Like, I would be like, yeah, he was buying weed. It wasn't weed. You know, I walked in at the pee. It was like in the back. Like, it wasn't even... this was at the alternative school I talked about in the last episode. So there was like a set of main bathrooms, and then on the other side of like a hallway, it's like on the far left of the school, in the back corner, it's like this little one of them skinny bathrooms. It's like a secondary bathroom. You feel me? Not the main one. I try to open the door kind of stopped. And go, hey bro, can you come back in a little bit? And everybody huddled around and shit. I'm like, all right. Okay. I just wanted to fucking pee, dude. I don't know what's fucking going on here. So he says, you never know what's on the other side of that door, whether it's bullies, and when Coconut Head he goes to the bathroom, Billy and his boys, Sick, X-Pac, and motherfucking one of the Basham brothers over there, they in there waiting to beat him down, and he hits that scream. And I think it's actually the same screen from the intro sequence, so that's, I honestly, I love that a lot of the stuff in the intro video just happens, like, organically throughout the show, you feel me? And, I love shit like that. So, I don't get this one, but he says, maybe, or The Haunted. And Martin Quirley is walking into the bathroom, and he gets, like, sucked in. It's like supposed to be spooky. He gets sucked into the door. Or something. I don't get that. I literally am. What does that mean? Or the haunted? Because it was like thunderstorm, lightning, and he just walks like he's a ghost or something. Like, did he die in the bathroom? Like, that's fucked up. If that's what are they? I don't know. I don't know. And then he goes, or you can't get privacy unless you're Timmy Tutu. And Timmy Tutu walks in, niggas is in there peeing, minding their business in the bathroom, and purposely walks in there and khaki farts in the bathroom. Now, granted, I feel like farting is okay. Okay. I feel like I would be awkward to not want to fart in the bathroom if somebody else is in the bathroom. However, I don't think anything should be said if we are in the bathroom, because we're in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're in here for, is to fart in the presence, like in this area. You know what I'm saying? So if there's somebody else in the bathroom, I personally will feel weird if I fart, because I feel like I'm about to get judged. But I'm saying you should not be judged if you so happen to fart in a crowded bathroom. That's what we there for. But if you are acting like fucking Timmy Toot Toot here, and you fart in a crowded bathroom on purpose to clear the shit out because you got a rancid ass, then you should be judged. I think you should be judged quite harshly, because you're a fucking dickhead. So Timmy Toot Toot comes in here, toot toot, and everybody runs out the bathroom and he gets to smirking, yeah, I fucking cleared them out. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, or it can make you do something you don't want to do and you won't be able to live down. And Billy comes up and it's like, hey, everybody, you remember when fucking Ned was in the girls' bathroom? You know what I'm saying? Niggas started making fun of him. He was like, I was 5. It was kindergarten. Like, he's like, shut up. Stop. We're in the 6th grade. Dude, this was 6 years ago. 5, 6 years ago. Like, why are you still talking about this, Bill? And then we get into the opening sequence of the show, and Moze comes up. Hey, man. I don't know why, but I just remembered. You remember when you fucking went in the girls' bathroom? And he's like, dude. Dude. I was 5. I was in kindergarten. Bro, everybody is talking about this shit for some reason. And then somebody wrote his name. It was like the girls, like it had the sign girls bathroom and Ned. And niggas, like everyone's laughing. Like, why are we out of nowhere bringing up Ned runs to the bathroom? Because this moment in time, this moment in time did in fact create the guide. He's like, bro, I ran to the bathroom when I was 5, you know, in kindergarten on some real shit. I'll admit that I was embarrassed, but I decided to make a guide so people will stop doing shit like that and I can save somebody. So like, the motherfuckers are laughing at Ned for using the girls' bathroom, but aren't thanking Ned when he's telling you how to fucking survive middle school. I mean, where's the fucking gratitude, you know? Cookie comes up and is like, man, y'all talk about bathrooms and shit, that's crazy. I don't even have to deal with the bathroom situation y'all got going on because I pee before I leave and I pee after school. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time for that. I like, y'all can handle that. And Moze is like, oh, that's crazy, because I use the bathroom literally whenever the fuck I want because I'm not scared of the goddamn bathroom. And Ned and Cookie's like, what? Like, what are you talking about? And Moze is like, also, girls just go together. So like, and then that's when one of the side characters pop up. Her name is Chandra. That we learned in this episode. Sandra pulls up and is like, hey, Jennifer, you want to go to the bathroom? And she's like, yeah, because I'm not a fucking bitch. And then they go to the bathroom, and the huge crew is in there. The 3 girl bullies that Moze don't fuck with and anybody else on the women's side of things at James K. Polk Middle School are in the bathroom, and Moze is like, well, shit. Then maybe I don't want to use them. I think maybe Ned and Cookie was spitting right here. Maybe they were going crazy. So we are at lunch now, and at this point, during this scene, I didn't have any notes for the goddamn boy. Look, I smoked before I started recording this. I'm a few bong rips in. So Whoo, today, Junior. So we're at lunch now, and I didn't really write any notes for I don't at this point I couldn't really see the plates, so I don't know what they was eating for lunch. So Moze asked Ned for some tips on using the bathroom because she didn't get to blast the past, like Ned said, or ride the river shiver, which I don't know what Cookie was. I don't ride the river shiver. I'm not really fucking with. And then Mo's like, oh, I didn't even get to read the Hottie List. And that's like, what? The what? No, what'd you say? The Hottie List is a list that's in the girls' bathroom, right? That's where you write a dude's name in there, and the other girls in the bathroom will write little comments like, oh, I fuck with him. He smells good. He's hot, shit like that. So Nat is like, you know what you should do, right, Moze? And she's like, no. He's like, you should write my name on the Hottie List and let me see something. And she's like, I don't want you to get hurt. I like, no. Like Moze is kind of cock blocking for real, but I get it. Like it's warranted. It's justified. She don't want Ned's feelings to get hurt because Ned ain't all that. He be dressing like Freddie Benson. You know what I'm saying? He kind of scaring the hoes in 6th grade. Ned don't really get juiced up until midway through the second season. You feel me? Cookie be trying, but they are also like when you're in 6th grade, you're scaring the hoes, dude. You're a hoe scarer. So like it just be like that. It just be like that. So Ned is like, hey, look, I will come up with new tips for using the bathroom if you write my name on the Hottie List. All you gotta do is write my name with the black marker and then write Hottie with the next marker. And then, you know what I'm saying? So, like, Ned was kind of cooking here. He was serious. He was dead the fuck ass about being on the Hottie List. That's kind of crazy. So, then he lays on his law right there, and then Moze looks back and sees the huge crew, like, looking over at the table. And she's like, you win. You win. So, we get into our first set of tips. He like screams while he pees, and then he runs out. Like he runs to the bathroom, and he's like, ah! And then he goes out. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck are we doing? So then, Ned hits us with the if hallway bathrooms scare you like they scare me, follow these tips. Tip number 1: use other bathrooms. That's pretty self-explanatory. If we're talking bathroom tips, that's pretty fucking good. Know your main bathroom and know the alternate bathroom. You always want to, like, I do that at my job. At my job in retail, at the front of the store, there's a set of bathrooms, and there's like a longer handicap solo family stall, right? Boom. That's always getting used. But there's bathrooms in the back. They kind of get used a lot, but like you always want to hit the back bathrooms first. You feel me? And then when you hit the stalls, go to the far stalls at the end of the bathroom. You never want to start off closest to the door. Or, you know, these are my tips now. You know what I'm saying? We get into my tips. Let me stop. So the second tip is be the last to leave the gym and go when everyone else is gone. Which is honestly, that's a good fucking tip as well. I'm not really afraid peeing when other people are around. I know a lot of people get stage fright when they be in the bathrooms and they want to pee. I don't give a fuck. I'd be nervous doodling. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know sometimes I don't know how people don't be loud doodling. Like the water be doinking and shit. I don't want to know. I don't want people to know how much water get the splashing, because he's like, damn, he over there shitting. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been in stalls where I've heard people shit, and I hit the goddamn, he's shitting over there. I don't want nobody to like hear me shitting and be like, oh, he over there shitting. So I gotta really get over that, because we in the bathroom and we shouldn't be judged on how much or what we doing in there unless it's something crazy. Then you should be judged. But like, I feel like we could move on. We can move on from that. snapped on this one. Ned was getting in his little witty wordy wordplay bag in this episode. Ned hits us with, in the terrifying case that you have to shout brown words or go for two, hits us with the third tip. Use super clean private nurse's bathroom. So we're like, okay, he kind of cooking. You go to the nurse and go, nurse, I got a stomach ache. My stomach hurt. And normally the nurse's office will have a bathroom. If you go to a school with said nurse, because that sounds like a luxury, for real. I didn't have a school nurse. We had the motherfucker at the desk will be like, oh, what's wrong? And pull out little drawer, grab the bag of ice. That's what we got. I don't know, this whole school nurse situation where you can lay down if you need to, you don't feel good, you're getting your shit checked, you're in the bathroom. Like, I didn't get that. I never seen that at the schools I've attended. It's always the secretary giving me a Band-Aid, calling my parents, or giving me an ice pack. Sometimes I will embellish an injury in gym. I smack my elbow, my shit get the tingling. Oh, shit. I need to, God damn. Oh, X, you good? God damn, I need some ice. Fuck. Shit. Teacher, go get some ice. Thank you. Ooh, and then soon as I walk out, but I was some spill. All right, I'm walking, looking around, because everybody, when you get out your class in middle school, you start to venture the hallway for a little bit. You don't want to get caught, but I get to come back in there, get to selling again. Wait, hey, can I get an ice pack? I fell in gym. Okay. Boom, now, right? Get the ice pack. You got to play the sympathy card. Oh, my elbow hurt. Oh. You in your next class, you see your crush. I'm not really feeling it today. I don't know if it's gonna be you, and I don't know if it's gonna be okay. Get the camera. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, the fourth tip is to use the hallway bathrooms during class for privacy. GOAT tip. That's a good fucking tip. Cause I left out this minor detail. But we are talking about hallway bathrooms. That's the main bathrooms. That's the one with the most traffic, not the bending corner or the in the office bathrooms. So he's like, if you want to use those bathrooms, use it during class. And that is real shit. That's when I would use the bathroom. And that explains a lot. I'd be missing shit, but that's privacy. That's real. You gotta know. Honestly, the perfect time to use the bathroom is in your second class or the class that's like it's your hour before your last hour of the day. So for me, I had 6 classes. It'd be my 5th hour because lunch will be either after your 3rd hour or after your 4th. You know what I'm saying? Or like before your 3rd, it's just right after your 3rd. If you had A lunch or B lunch or some shit, it's around that time. Boom. But you want to go right before your last class. You never want to really go around the lunch times because that's when people are still in and out the bathrooms. I had to go early, like kind of mid, or toward the end of your day. That's how that was. But that was honestly, in this episode, this is a good set of tips right here. Now, okay, so at this point, when he hits use the hallway bathrooms during class, that's where Moze is like, I gotta pee, but not really. Ned is waiting outside her bathroom. He has said, hey, during this hour, go to the bathroom and write my fucking name on the Hottie List. All right? You go pee. The hallways are dead. But write my name on the fucking Hottie List. So Ned, or so Susie does, or boy, did I just say shoes of a champion? Moze goes into the bathroom and writes down Ned's name. Boom. Bow. He explains it as setting the pace that you write my name in red, like you write my name in the black ink. Then you get the red marker and you write Hottie. Set the pace. Ned on to something. He's cooking. Like we said earlier in the lunch notes. I probably mentioned, I don't think he said to do it that way, but, you know, for context now. You feel me? So Moze comes out of the stall and she runs into Susie Crabgrass. They stare down My Way Limp Bizkit playing faintly over the iPod earbuds. So we're going to the next day and Cookie pulls up doing the pee-pee dance. Oh man. A rookie mistake right here. Rookie mistake. So before we get into the meat and potatoes of this, Cookie got that shit on right here. He had a yellow short sleeve buttoned up, tucked into the khakis. It was a nice looking yellow too. And like breathable shirt. One of them like Sunday's best joints. Cookie was looking fly as fuck right here. And Moze also had that shit on with the light blue, like it was like a light blue shirt underneath with the blue button up with the stripes. Goated, like I don't know why, but whenever I think of Moze, I think of the button up with the undershirt. She used to wear that a lot in the show. And then Ned was not really cooking. He had the Freddie Benson. He had the season 1 Freddie Benson on right here. It was not. He was not cooking. But Cookie thinks he can hold his pee all day, and he's like, look, I did not pee when I woke up this morning. You always want to pee when you wake up in the morning. All right, that's when you have to get the first piss out the way, or you're gonna fuck up your whole day. This happened to me, bro. I remember. You either pee before school or after school, right? That's what Cookie said early in the episode. I want to comment on that now that we are at this point of the episode. One day when I was in 3rd grade, my day was going quite smooth. You know, this was back when I first started walking to school for real. I was living with my mom. The school was down the street. This is where I fell in love with walking to school, you know what I'm saying? So I normally had a routine about my day. I'd wake up, you know, I'd hit my normal morning routine. But then I would always know toward the end of the school day, I would have to use the bathroom. You feel me? That's just how it is. But for some reason, this time, I knew I had to. I think I was like talking to a friend or something. And, you know, so we talking, and we're like talking and walking out the school. So when you're doing shit like that, you're not focused on your task at hand, your routine, you know? So I'm walking out the school. I'm like, gotta fucking pee, and I ain't hit the pee when damn. I should be good. I do have to pee now, but now I'm walking home. Like, I think I can make it. Fuck. Now I'm like, the walk had to have been like a 20-minute, maybe 10, 15-minute walk. I couldn't remember. It was something kind of crazy. Like, it was just a straight shoot, but I was walking for a little bit. So I'm like, oh, it's getting bad. Like, I'm like, God damn, I should have peed when I left the school. Getting bad. And now I'm pinching at this point, kind of speed walking, trying to get home. I'm like, oh my God, I have to fucking pee so bad. Now I get home and my mom's not at the crib. I'm like, oh my God, I don't have my house key. So now I'm banging on the door. I'm like, oh, I have to piss. Oh my God. Please God, I'm starting to sweat. Like I'm getting nervous, and my brother is taking his sweet ass time walking to the door. I'm still not. I'm like, please, I have to go. And literally, soon as he grabs the doorknob, I start just pissing on myself, bro. And he opens the door, and I'm just like, stare at him. I said, dude, I was in 3rd grade. I'm like, dude, I was so embarrassed. Because right as I'm standing there, it's like, man, because like now I'm just peeing in front of my brother. Like I'm like wrapping up. Like those like last 2 spurts hitting through the left pant leg. And I'm just like, he's like, what the fuck? I'm like, and then my mom pulled up from work at the same time. And I just ran in the house, took a shower, and just threw my shit. And I don't even like, he didn't even like laugh at me or anything, because I was just like, I don't fucking, this is kind of your fault. Like, you can't laugh at me right now. You are the reason. You took so long. And I was just in my room the rest of the day. Like, I fucking peed myself. I was ashamed. So like, had I seen this episode, I would have known not to do that. You know what I'm saying? I would have known how to do that. But at this point, so now Cookie's like, bro, I could hold my pee all fucking day. All right, this is nothing to me. I'll be cool. But now Moze comes up and is like, yo, we got the results back from the Hottie List. And they just start cooking Ned. They're like, oh, Ned, Hottie, he's short. And then somebody's like, oh, he's very short. And then someone was like, maybe in a few years when he's not short. And then Cookie's like, still doing the pee dance. He's like, I mean, that one wasn't that hurtful. It was pretty funny. I like that one. But then Moze says that there were 3 girls that kissed next to his name with lipstick. And Ned is like, what? What did you just tell me? So Ned is like, I'm excited, all right? So he goes up to Gordy. He's like, yo, Gordy, I need you to go into the girls' bathroom and get the lipstick sample from the stall, and we are going to look around the school and match up whose lipstick this is, because this is my wife. Like, I'm going to marry this woman because they kissed my name 3 times. So now we have this fire-ass music montage of Gordy and Ned going around. He's like Gordy is disguised on the outside. Like, they do the bit where Gordy's on the outside of the school and there's a window and all the class is like lining up. So Ned is like passing out papers and he's looking out the window and Gordy's like, hey, right here? And he's like, nah, that don't match. So he's doing that, sees somebody, oh, falls out the bush type shit, right? And then like he's out the hallway sweeping. He has like a piece of paper with the lipstick swatch on the broomstick, sweeping it. And he's like making sure Ned can like see. And Ned's like peeking around the corner like, nah, that ain't it. And then he's looking, throws his bag. And he throws his bag in front of a girl's locker, looks up. Susie Crabgrass got this pink lipstick on. And Ned, huzzah! It's a match. So Ned is excited that his crush Susie Crabgrass is wearing the lipstick that has kissed his name 3 times. I would be too. So we get to lunch, and now we can finally see what is on the plates of the gang here. Moze's plate. Moze went with the fish sticks, fries, what looks to be some barbecue chips. And it's kind of hard to tell, but there was some sort of, you know what I'm saying, some sort of vegetable. Like there was some corn and carrots and possibly a dinner roll. All right, it looked like a dinner roll. I couldn't really tell, but we do know Moze was a fish stick guy. Shout out to fish sticks. Cookie had this ugly ass hamburger, flat as fuck. Looked like the distant cousin of a goddamn left out like Wendy's burger or something, like honestly like Hardee's or Carl Jr.'s, you know what I'm saying, that fake ass restaurant. I don't believe that restaurant exists. And I live near Hardee's. But, like, no one goes there. You feel me? It's like when you're in a PS2 game and you can't go past a certain part of the map, but you still see shit in the distance. That's what Hardee's is to me. And that's what the fuck it looked like Cookie was eating at lunch anyway. So he had this ugly ass burger with apple slices, corn, and green beans. And we really couldn't see Ned's plate. We really couldn't see it. So Ned is at lunch and he's like, guys, Susie was wearing the fucking lipstick. And Moze is like, honestly, that makes sense. Because when I was in the bathroom, Susie was going in. Like, me and her locked eyes. We fucking did the Rock and Austin stare down. So, yeah, Ned, I think it might be Susie Crabgrass. Cook is like, I think I just got a little leakage. And they're like, dude, go to the fucking bathroom. So, Cookie, he's sweating at this point, bro. I've been here. So Cookie comes into the nurse's office. He's doing the pee-pee dance. Like, I have a stomach ache. And the nurse hits the, do you have to use the bathroom? And he hits the, yes, I do. It's just like, well, too fucking bad because Tommy's in there with the runs. Great. Can I be honest? If I am shitting in the nurse's bathroom, AKA the private bathroom like Ned's told me to do earlier today, and I hear blabbermouth out here telling niggas I got the runs, yo, when I'm done wiping, see me, all right? See, what the fuck are you, why you could just say it's occupied right now? Why are you telling my fucking business, dude? So now Cookie is once again looking like Shane McMahon after saying 3 words on the microphone, just sweating in the class. And he's in Sweeney's chemistry class. And he's like, well, class, who could tell me on the periodic table of elements, a element that starts with the letter P? And everyone's like, aluminum? Like, bitch, what? Like, no, that doesn't exist. Everyone's saying P something. He's like, P. Concentrate on P. There's a little yellow liquid getting poured into the P. And Cookie is like, oh my God, bro. Please shut the fuck up. He's struggling. I've been here, Cook. I get you, Simon. Dude, I understand. His belt buckle had to have been loosened at this point. He had to have been pinching. Like, I feel, this episode made me feel emotions, dog. So he comes out, he's like, it's phosphorate, write me a hall pass, I gotta go. He starts running down the hallway. He's like, oh, like, the animation, I don't know what the animation in this episode, well, not the animation, but the motion in this episode is so funny. I don't know why, but the way everyone's like running around, it's funnier in the second half of this episode. But Cookie's like doing this fucking joggy running in place, but he's still progressing type shit. He's running to the bathroom where he finally sits and pisses like, oh my God, I made it. Ah, shit. He looks up, he's reading the star right. He's like, oh man, Seth Powers, that's cool. He's a hottie apparently. Ned is a hot, blink that light bulb. Bink it. Cookie is in the girls' bathroom. Oh, Lord. What did this boy, this is what the guide is here for. This shit right here is what made Ned declassified. Like, this is what got him the journal. He said, I need to start helping niggas because people cannot keep running in the wrong bathroom. You're going to get roasted for life. Like, I was 5. I was in kindergarten, bro. But Cookie is in 6th grade on the toilet in the girls' room. I don't blame him. It happens to the best of us. You feel me? He had to piss. I get it. You know what I'm saying? So he's trapped in there, and it's absolutely... It's fucked up. So Moze is going to the bathroom. She knocks on the door, and he's like, it's someone's in here. And she's like, okay. And then she stops. She's like, what? Cookie? Cookie opens the door, grips the collar, pulls her in there, and is like, help! I'm stuck in the girl's bathroom. What the fuck? So Cookie is stuck in the girl's bathroom, asks Moses for help. So she's like, all right, you know what? I'm going to get backup. So Moses is like, yo, your boy's in the fucking girl's room, and we need to get him out of here. And Ned's like, God damn, boy, they got my motherfucking boy in the goddamn shit. So he's like, all right, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. I'll come up with a janitor. What? So he was like, I will come up with a plan. I got y'all. And we get into this heist type situation where he's like, all right, we will have Jennifer Moseley as the clogger. So she's like walking into the bathroom with the glasses on, give the name the clogger. You know what I'm saying? Like on some movie type shit, right? So she goes in there with hella toilet paper, hella Charmin, and just stuffing it and tells Cookie, lift your feet up. And Cookie's in the next stall like, oh my God, they're cooking. So she floods the bathroom. And Ned Bigby's like, and I will be the trigger. He's walking in the hallway, boom, green text, the trigger. You know, he's like, he walks over there and he goes like, yo, Mr. Monroe. He points over to the bathroom and you just see toilet paper flying out the bathroom. It's all flooding the hallways. And it's like, it's squirting doo-doo juice out the bathroom door and shit. Shit's got crazy real quick. Or people are starting to run out the hallways like, oh, fuck, the bathroom's about to blow up. And Mr. Monroe's like, oh my God. He's like, well, Jesus. Calls Gordy. Gordy's like, oh, we got this shit, baby. He's in full hazmat suit with the big ass, you know what I'm saying? He got the body bag type beat, right? Goes in there, fixes the shit. Like he goes in there and puts Cookie in this like blue bag, right? Like he wraps him up in a tarp and drags it out as if all of this is toilet paper sewage. He's like, oh my God, y'all, get the hell out the way. This is doo-doo everywhere. And he pulls him into the janitor closet. Big W. Cookie gets saved. Holy shit. This shit was fucking crazy. Like, could you imagine just being in the hallway to see the bathroom about to blow out and Cookie get dragged out? Like, because you got like, there's definitely, if you see Moze and Ned and then a big blue bag, I'm like, damn, why the fuck Cook getting drug out this goddamn, I'm starting the rumor. I mean, I'm not going to start the rumor. That's not in my character. But I'm going to have the dialogue with somebody at my lunch table like, we'll be sitting, y'all, so we agreed that was Cookie, right? Like, Cookie was, because what the fuck was that? You know what I'm saying? Fucked up the bathroom, but Cookie is saved. So now Ned is about to, it's like we're heading toward the end of the day right here. And Ned's like, well, we got one more thing to handle. So Ned is about to approach Susie Crabgrass and it's like, hey, that lipstick, I'm fucking with that lipstick, you know what I'm saying? That's a nice shade. It wasn't that smooth, but he's like, yeah, I like the lipstick. He stumbles over his words, and Susie's like, oh, really? I mean, yeah, I borrowed it, you know. So he's like, what? The fuck did you just say to me? You from who? And she's like, I borrowed it from the huge crew. Turns around, and the bully's like, hey, Ned, and he makes the boy got a shit face like that. Oh, like he's sick to his stomach, runs away. They come on now, where you going? And they chase him out the frame. And that is the end of the first half of the episode about bathrooms. And that's a good episode. The tips were good, funny bits. Like, that is a good episode. In middle school, had I been Ned in that situation, I'm not running. What are you, crazy? What? The first girl to give me attention like that, let's do it. High fucking five. Like, that's me in 6th grade. Like, Ned was choosing. And beggars can't be choosers, bro. You were begging to get put on a hottie list, and now You got the huge crew, Thurston. By the way, all three members of the huge crew thirsting over you, and now you don't want to. Like, I get it. Susie's the end goal, but why did you just say that? You know what I'm saying? Why did you just start from there? You went the extra mile getting Moze to put your name on the list in hopes to get somebody else or Susie. And now you get 3 for 1. L Ned, not gonna lie to you, big L. We get into our next portion, and we get introduced to a goated character, Mr. Right, Black Hall of Famer. You feel me? So we open the show up. We open this episode up with Mr. Right giving he's like talking about this history lesson, about this project, about ancient Egyptian topics. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, as Mr. Right is talking at the front of the class, it's like panning, and he says like, we're gonna have it on ancient something. And Billy is sitting there looking, but he looks at the camera, goes, like rolls his eyes, and it's like a wow. It's so funny. So so he shakes his head, and Mr. Right's like, yeah, you guys have a project that is due Friday, and y'all will be able to pick your partners. And everybody in the crowd, huge pop from the classroom. People starts dancing and shit. I shit you not. Ludacris Roll Out starts playing. Roll out. Everyone's, it's chaos in the classroom. Mr. Right dips out. And I would like to remind you, because this is not the first time Mr. Right starts moving in an accelerated motion. He looks so goofy when he like moves. I don't know. I cannot explain it. Y'all just have to watch the episode. It looks so weird, man. So this episode is about picking partners, and I absolutely, like, I loved partner projects, dude. I was never great at them, but like, we all wanted to just talk to our friends, talk to new people. And like, a project that stuck out to me that like, when I think of pick a partner, the first thing that comes to mind when I moved to the small city that I tell all of my stories from 5th grade to 9th grade and kind of onward. I moved to the elementary school in my small ass city, and you know, the first little project I got to be a part of was to build. I want to say it was like either I think there was 2 instances. I do not remember which one came first. I think the first one was that we had to build a bridge together. We had like a group of 4, and we had to build a bridge together, right? And we had to do it using straws. That shit was nuts. And I feel like with the way our seating was, whoever's like around you is like, you have like I think at one point this classroom was set up with like groups of 4 with the desk. It was like a sections of 4 or some shit like that. So like in your surrounding area, that would be your team. That would be your group. So it wasn't really like, hey, we could select it. But it just so happened that I was sitting near some friends at the time. So we were, you know, friends. It's happening. So throughout this course of having project partners, the same group, we had a project where we had to build a roller coaster, and we put a marble in it, and it, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was so fucking fire. Like, I loved projects and shit. I'm like a C student. B- C student. You feel me? I'm doing what needs to be done, but I ain't doing shit perfect. You feel me? So everyone's making a big hullabaloo about picking partners. Ludacris is blaring in the classroom, and it shows Loomer like trying to. It's like the final shot. I didn't even notice this until this last watch through. But Billy is sitting at the desk, and he doesn't have a partner, but he's looking through the crowd, and you see Moze is like looking for a partner, and it cuts to Ned in his monologue bag. So now when it cuts and Ned is talking, You can see like it's set up like a marriage ceremony in the classroom, and the people are just watching this marriage ceremony. And he said, project partners, probably the most important choice you make before marriage. And you even get grade on it, so it might be even better. Like it might be even more important, pretty much. So then we get like a kind of a loose tip, like you know how he had tips that'll lead into his other shit. So he says, before you commit, get to know the 3 types of project partners. And Ned has the textbook of the class they're in. He has his hand up, like he has his hand on the textbook, and their hands, like you see Jennifer and Martin Quirley on in the book. So he's like now about to ask them about their vows, and he goes, project partners type 1. It's like smart and squirrely. And it's the reliable kid. I don't remember what he says bar for bar, but he says pretty much the reliable kid who could do the work. But if he does the work, his name will be attached to it, but he'll cling to you like you're his best friend. And Moze is like, I'm not. Then we go to the project partner type 2, reliable friend. Claire Sawyer, future lawyer, is on the book with Ned, and Ned asks Moze if she will share the work evenly and even have some laughs along the way. Once again, Moze's dumbass says, no, I'm good. And now, before I would like to get in a part of project partner type 1. When it says smart and squirrely, I did not notice that it was a play on Martin Quirley. That's crazy. I didn't notice. This show is absolutely in the league of its own right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then we have the 3rd type of project partner, the total hottie. And it's Seth Powers with his hand on the book, and Moze is just head over heels. And Ned asks Moze if she will let Moze do all the work while she just fucking stares at Seth and fucking regret this shit. And Moze is like, yep, I do it. I'll do it. Yep, got it. Stupid. Just stupid. So she's like, well, with the powers of us, he's like, I pronounce you project partners. Like, he's like, yeah, fuck it. Boom! That's the little opening title card we get introduced to the name of the episode right there. So it's like, that was a good little shit. You feel me? I like that. But Ned is like, Moze, you're what the fuck are you doing? What are you cooking? Like, you're gonna fail because you're gonna do all the work. It's like, nah, man. Fucking Seth is cool, dude. Who gives a fuck? It's like, Moze, you're what the fuck are you doing? What are you cooking? Like, you're gonna fail because you're gonna do all the work. It's like, nah, man. Fucking Seth is cool, dude. Who gives a fuck? And as they're walking and talking about this, you see Billy Loomers are still looking at Moze like, he's simping. He's crushing hard. He is crushing hard. So Ned is like, man, you gotta pick the reliable partner. Like me and Cookie in Life Science, because he's reliable, he's trustworthy, and he's great with the baby. And as soon as he says that, Cookie runs up. He's like, I don't know where the baby is. I lost the baby. Moze is laughing and shit. He's like, what the fuck do you mean you lost our baby? And Moze's like, all right, relax. Can you think of the last place you had it? And they go to a little flashback, and Billy and the boys have Cookie pressed up against the locker. He has the baby in his hand. He's like, you don't get your baby back until goddamn Moze is my partner. You hear me? And he says that, Cookie or Ned and Moze is like, at the same time, how do you not remember that? And one of the funniest lines, possibly, in this show. They yell at him, how can you not remember that? And Cookie goes, I repressed it. It was very traumatic. It's a very normal response. That's what they were cooking, man. they had so many jokes like that throughout this show that I like would not have laughed at when I was younger. But me now, that's fucking crazy. Like, that's a funny fucking line. So Moze is like, why would Loomer want to be my partner, dude? Like, I don't, what why me? And Cookie's like, oh, that's because he thinks you're cute and shit. And Ned is like, well, all right, cool. Then you just be his partner and we'll get the baby back. And as soon as he looks around, Moze has already dipped out the hallway and there's a trail of papers in the air. She's gone. She said, fuck what the fuck you talking about. I'm out of here. So after that, we head over to lunch. And now Ned here, I don't know what he really, it looks like, you can see he had a burger, right? Ned had a burger, but there was something on his plate that I couldn't really get, and it may have been vegetables. They were big vegetables guys, you know. Moze had carrots and shit earlier in the episode, and corn and shit like that. And Ned had a lemonade. So shout out to lemonade. And Cookie had this lunch, like Cookie brought his shit from home. And this welding blacksmith oil fucking mill ass lunchbox. This construction worker ass click this Carhartt shit off and, you know what I'm saying, open that bitch up. Big bulky lunchbox, he opens it up to find the baby's leg in the lunchbox, and he screams, oh my God. And he has a note that says, make Moze my partner or you will never see baby again. And also, I'm beating your ass on Friday at 3:30. So now they're like, fuck, dude. Damn. Like, it's like they're both vexed at this point. They're like, man, Monroe is going to kill us if he finds out we lost this goddamn baby. And Cookie gets the DMX crunk. And Ned's like, what do you talk, like what? And he's like, I'm just thinking about all the good times I had. And he wipes a tear from his eye. He goes, with the baby. He wipes his tear and beats his chest. So he's like, I'm thinking about the good times I had with the baby. And it goes to a montage of them dancing with the baby, feeding the baby, right? And then they start playing with the bubbles. And the baby starts drowning. Like they're bathing the baby at first. And then they start playing with the water, splash each other, and throwing bubbles at each other and shit. And the baby just drowns in the water. And Mr. Monroe is like, oh, great heavens. Grabs the baby out. And then you have another one with the cheerleaders and shit, people in the hallway. And Ned drops back with the baby. You feel me? Jared Goff style. Dimer. Straight to Amon-Ra. Saint Cookie in the hallway. Catches the baby. Does a celebration touchdown dance. And it fades out. What the fuck? Y'all playing football with your baby? Stop, dude. He spikes it. Like, he spikes the fucking baby. So that is the end of that montage. And we go over to Moze just gazing at Seth. Seth has the basketball in his hands, is spinning the ball. Moze is staring at, Moze is still staring at him. It's like, I gotta fucking snap out of it, right? And pitches an idea to Seth. And I don't remember the words you're saying, but it's the thing they use for the mummies. It starts with an S. Sarcophagus or something like that. I don't remember how to pronounce it, and I don't remember what she said. But she was talking like, hey, I want to, womp about this. And he's like, you're not finished yet? What the fuck is Seth's... Why was Seth such a dickhead in season 1? I loved Seth by the end of the show, but season 1 Seth Powers was a real fucking tool bag, alright? Fuck this guy. So he's like, you're not done with it yet? And Mo's like, damn, now I was hoping you would help. We gotta do this together. He's like, okay, and she's like, well, shit. so at this point, now we're back in baby science, or we're back in life science, and there's Mr. Monroe is going around examining the babies, and Ned has has a towel wrapped in his arms, baby style, with the leg hanging out. And Mr. Monroe comes over and he's like, oh, let me see. And Ned's like, no, don't. The baby was up all night with the fever. And it's fine. It has a fever everywhere but its leg. You know what I'm saying? So, we're good. And Mr. Monroe's like, okay. And he's like, shh. They're like being real dramatic. He's like, okay, fellas, I really, he's like, I think the passion for this is both incredible and scary or some shit like that, right? Like he's whatever, doesn't matter. He's impressed and he's scared by the intensity of their parenting. So he's like, all right. Well, he's like, okay, on Monday I'm gonna do a full baby exam, and that will be the bulk of your grade. Huzzah! And Ned's like, oh fuck, and the baby leg falls, and he's like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Crazy shit. Like, I'll be stressed too. I'm not gonna lie to you. So now we are at Project Partners Counseling. Mr. Wright is like, I understand you guys are having issues communicating and shit. It's like actual marriage counseling, which is a pretty funny bit. Seth is like, all she does is nag. Seth, we gotta pick a topic. Seth, the project is due on Friday. When? Being a real jagwagon right here. And Mr. Wright's like, dude, the project is due. Like, you do have to pick a topic. And the project is due Friday. And he's like, she don't even want to listen to my ideas. And Mr. Ross like, oh, okay, now we talking. What do you want to talk about? And Seth is like, I want ancient Egyptian basketball or some shit like that. And Moze is like, oh, brother. and Mr. Wright is also like, yeah, that's fucking stupid. Okay. And he's like, basketball was invented by Dr. James Naismith in 18 whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I honestly thought he was about to say Dr. J. That should have been fucking hilarious. But, So they get to arguing again, and it goes into the next day. So now we are on Tuesday. So we hit the little transition screen and shit like that. And Cookie had that, bro. Cookie was dressing in this episode. First, he had the yellow short sleeve button up. This time, he had this cream polo, right? It was like a polo shirt, kind of Burberry style, right? Like, think cream with the red and black, and also like a little bit of a brownish stripes across the chest. Fire. Had that shit on, bro. He was cooking. With the blue jeans. He had some blue ass jeans here, too. So Cookie is stressing because they don't have a baby and they will get an F. And they're like, and he's like we don't have a baby, we're gonna get an F, and we're not good parents. And Ned's like, dude, relax. Something usually hits me. And when he says that, the baby's torso, boom, smack him in the head. Like, what the fuck? And there is another note attached that says, Billy says you will get the baby piece by piece until Moze is my partner. And Ned's like, okay, that ain't no problem. That ain't no problem. We're just going to simply wait until we get the fucking pieces. By Friday, we will have the whole baby. And on Monday, we will be fine. And Cookie's like, you know what? I fuck with that. Fuck with that real heavy. So now, throughout, they're just doing a montage of different scenarios of them finding the baby parts. They're biting into sandwiches. I can't remember each and every specific example of them finding a baby limb, but they just kept finding it. Like, they're like, oh shit, it's in my... The one that did not the one that pissed me off the most, honestly, is Ned is walking into the school on Thursday, and he's stepping. He's like, ow. And he takes his shoe off, and it's the baby's arm. How? How, bro? You were on the bus. You were at the crib eating breakfast with your shoes on. Out the house, you did not feel that baby's foot in that shoe. Billy, how did you do that? You were in his house to drop the leg off or the arm off in his shoes, and Ned didn't feel this shit this whole time until he was in the school? That's crazy to me. That's just crazy to me. But he finds it in his shoe and shit. Now we also have a montage of Moze trying to like do the project, and Seth keeps doing Egyptian basketball shit. Like he dressed up as like ancient Egyptian with the basketball, you know? And he just keeps doing this. He's like, now he's making pictures of shit. Moze is like, dude, this is fucking stupid. Like, I don't want to do this. Like, at least he's trying. So now we get to Friday, and all they need is the head of the body left. And they're like, yo, we made it. Congratulations, Sailor. We are here at fucking Friday. And Cookie's like, oh, hell yeah. You know, Mr. Monroe pulls up, was like, boys, guess what? I have a fucking conference on Monday, so guess what? I'm going to do the exams Friday. Today, actually. Like, you know, today will be the exam. So, shout out to your baby. Goes away, or Cookie's like, no! He just starts fucking screaming. Losing it. Like, just, he's like, I can't handle this. You know what I'm saying? He breaks down. Ned and Cookie now are begging Moze. Moze, please. Be Loomer's partner. What are we are about to fail. Just fucking work with the guy. And she's like, no. But Claire Sawyer, future lawyer, walks up with divorce papers and is saying that Seth has moved on from Moze because of their differences, which frees up Moze. She's like, hey, look. He wants to work with Martin Crowley. Martin he's like, Martin let him put his name on it because he was already finished. And they show Martin's big ass project. It was very cool. I can't explain it. It was like I don't want to get the name wrong because I'm not familiar, but it's like, no disrespect, cat looking animal. I want to say it was like a sphinx or something like that. You know, it was like that, but it was a big ass model of it. And Seth is just walking with it. He ain't do shit. So yeah, Moze is like, yep, there you go. You feel me? Or Claire Sawyer, you know, it's like, hey, boom. That is what it is. That's what happens. That's what happens, pretty much. So now we cut to a scene where there is a standoff, a negotiation. Ned and the gang and Billy and his gang are all in the hallway squaring off. They're standing face to face. Ned has the baby and Moze. Loomer has the baby's head. He's like, look, you give me the baby head, Moze be your partner. And Moze is like, hey man, you better lock the fuck in because we got to get this shit done by 7th period. Lock the fuck in before I tweak out, all right? And Billy's like, anything. Like, I'm going to miss you, baby. Like, he's like talking to the baby and shit. So they're like, as they're doing this though, another running bit. A teacher walked by. You guys got hall passes? Everybody got their hall pass. All right. And doesn't give a fuck that there's just a standoff happening. You got hall passes, you're good. You're good. So they get the terms and shit. They're like, boom. They get the terms like, yeah, you become my partner, or you become Moze's partner, and I get the baby back. We're cool. And he's like, all right, bet. Say less. Uncle Billy will miss you, to the baby head. He established a real bond with the baby. It's kind of crazy. And he's like, also, I'ma fuck you up at 3:30. Don't forget, I ain't forget. You ain't put it in your contract. And Moze is dragging away. He's like, oh, damn, I'm about to get my ass whooped. And Claire Stoner's like, see? That's why you need a lawyer. Hands him a business card. I know that's right. I know that's right, Claire Sawyer, future lawyer. So now we get over to the baby class, the life sciences shit, and Mr. Monroe is like, he's like, okay, nice. Oh, okay, your baby's looking good. And he sees a bite mark on the arm. What the fuck? He's like, what? A bite mark? And Cook's like, oh, that's when the baby's arm was in the sandwich and I accidentally bit into. Oh. And Mr. Monroe's like, a baby sandwich? What? And then it just goes to the next scene. So now he was literally just confused. Moses, so now Moze has like the tomb, the sarcophagus. Yeah, if you are an Egyptian history buff, you know what I'm talking about. Got the shit where the mummy is in, and she's explaining like, yeah, and this is what preserves the mummy. Womp, 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 womp. And honestly, sometimes they be saying that the mummy might not even be dead. Giving her a presentation, opens it up, and it's Billy Loomer wrapped up like a mummy. He hops out, he's like, bleh, gets scary and shit. And Mr. Wright does this like jump shit, like, oh. And he's like, all right, everyone, don't panic. And everyone starts screaming and running, and they just run out the classroom. He's like, stay calm. It's like, save yourselves. And he runs out the room, and he looks so weird when he's running. It's so funny. So now Billy Loomer is chasing everybody. He's like, oh, I'm a mummy, guys. And then everyone's running in the hallway and screaming and shit. And he's like, now he's trying to get help because he can't breathe. He's like, hey, guys, help. It's me, Billy. And Billy's boys is on the other side of the hallway. He's like, whoa, a mummy. I don't know what prompted him to say this, but he yells out, protect the women! And then they run up and they start grabbing these like weapons and starts beating his ass. They're just beating his ass with these sticks. And the music starts hitting, and we get one more tip. And it's like, remember, projects, it's all about teamwork. And then Mr. Wright is still running past the screen and shit. And that concludes our episode of Declassified episode 2. That was a top to bottom good episode. Great. The fits were fire. The tips were good. Comedy, good jokes. Solid episode. 9 out of 10 will watch again. I love this episode. This shit was really funny, man. Like, I think honestly the bathroom part of the episode was my favorite. Like, that shit was just full of shenanigans. The Project Partners one was really bit oriented though. Like, good jokes in that side of the episode. Yeah, that concludes the episode. I don't really have shit else to talk about. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Guides Being Dudes. It is 3 in the morning now, and I'm thirsty, I'm high, and I'm tired. I'm sorry it took so long for this episode to come out. I was struggling with the idea of doing a solo episode. But if y'all like solo episodes like this anyway, then thank you, because I'll do more of it and we can get more episodes out there. But don't worry, because guests will be coming back, obviously, as well. I want to get a good mixture of solo and guest episodes, as long as they're all just entertaining. Follow me on Twitter at ZeriHighLife. I tweet about wrestling a lot. If you're not here from me previously, already being here. I tweet about wrestling. I tweet about whatever the fuck I'm doing. Being high, because I love weed and I'm kind of a cannabis content creator as well. My twitch.tv/ZeriHighLife. We do a lot of shit. SmackDown Live is coming back soon. That's my 2K23 universe mode. We play in America Wasteland. We watch commercials. We do a lot of shit. Go watch me on twitch.tv/ZeriHighLife. That is my most consistent form of entertainment. That's where you will get to know me. That's where you get to talk to me and see me yell and do dumb shit all the time. The Guides Being Dudes official YouTube account doesn't have anything on there because I tried to upload the full episode and I realized that I had to upload other shit to even unlock that. So I don't know what's happening about that. Stay tuned for my Twitter account for more updates. Shit like that. This episode was in the spur of the moment. I really appreciate y'all for listening. If you made this far, please leave a rating on this podcast wherever you listen to it, on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Leave a thumbs up on the video version, wherever that may be. Until then, I'll see y'all in the next episode for episode 3 of Ned's Declassified and episode 3 of Guides Being Dudes. See you later. Alligator.